Is, are you ready for some football? It's the Cleveland Browns and the Detroit Lions, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Justin Hopkins out, ready to send this away. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Khalif Raymond to return it. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills. And it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. A tight end in motion now. From the 41. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. From the gun, Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And 4th and 4 coming up. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
After winning the national title at Clemson and early success at Houston, there's no question that Deshaun's career has been slowed by some injuries and other challenges. But when he is on the field, at every level he's ever played, he's just got a calm. And that calm...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
First couple snaps, first drive of a game, it's all about who can land that opening punch. Gain that first advantage in a game-long back and forth. Well, that opening punch was a solid cross, maybe even an uppercut that caught him right on the jaw and sets an immediate tone for this defense.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Finding Judy.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
And the Lions thinking pass here. Dime package, 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Flush down out to his left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Watson now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Working from the gun, Watson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. From the gun, Watson. Oh, he's in trouble here, and he'll go down. The Lions got him. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
The Browns looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes their southpaw, Corey Bojorquez, to handle it. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Jukes one defender. Tried getting creative, but the coverage team read it all the way. This return loses yards. And after the punt, the offense comes out onto the field. And the Lions will go on offense. A give to Montgomery to start the drive. And that's good for a gain of 5. Myles Garrett coming in for the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Staying on the ground with Montgomery. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
That's complete to Sam Laporta. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. First give on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Tight end going in motion here. 2nd and 8. Laporta with the grab. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On 1st down, it's Goff. Finds Laporta. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 4. He finds Laporta. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Goff. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Gibbs now from the gun. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. To return, Jerome Ford. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. 2nd drive coming up for this Cleveland offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that 1st drive ended in a punt. Now the 1st carry for Nick Chubb. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's Watson. Doesn't make the connection.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept in breaking up those passes.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Watson looking to throw. Searches. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
They'll punt another one away. Corey Bajorquez returning to the field. His 1st punt win 50. This is away and looks even better. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it'll be their football. Goff on 1st and 10. Connects on one to Jamison Williams. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Off play action, Goff. Right, reels it in. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Brown's got it, complete. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First down throw from Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. And again, following the sack. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, well, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. A give up the gut to Montgomery. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Here's Goff. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground. Finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw in that direction, while the defense had that covered.
They go play action with Goff. Hauled in left side. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Myles Garrett coming in for the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Shotgun snap here to Goff. The Browns close in and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions to get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Here's Ford return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock, but what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there, brought down by the veteran Carlton Davis.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Another one for Ford. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on first. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Play action, it's Watson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Went way outside there trying to work that sideline, Brock, but by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk reward, and that time, well, there was no reward.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
The Browns are lining up to punt. Deep for the Lions, Khalif Raymond. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. And that couldn't have hit any better. That took the perfect bounce and went out of bounds at the 1. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. They're looking at the entire field in front of them. A long drive ahead, Brock, as they start out very close to their own goal line. Motioning the tight end left. On 1st down, they'll run with Montgomery. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. Patrick with the catch. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 42. He's on the move. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun, Goff. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Jack Fox on to punt. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Browns will go on offense. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old...
And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Hey, look, beyond having to pick yourself off the ground over and over again, all of these sacks in this first quarter have led to so much disruption. Kate, what do offenses look for, especially early? Get myself into rhythm. Get myself into a tempo. What do defenses want to do? Wreck all of that, and that's exactly what this defense is doing.
And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. It's a two-score game early. We're back to Ford Field right after this. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They are facing second down deep on their own end. That's to his back, Nick Chubb. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Third and short, it's Watson. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Throwing is Watson. He'll get this to Tillman. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought down by the veteran Carlton Davis.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Watson now off play action. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Ford. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here's Chubb on 2nd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Watson now. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Trust. Kate, it is such a big part of playing the quarterback position. Yeah, you got to trust you can make the right reads in the passing game, but sometimes these little runs that just get that first down, it gains further equity, further trust with your play caller, and most importantly, gives you a first down for the offense.
Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
From the gun, it's Ford. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Tackled by Jack Campbell. They managed a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. On the slant, complete to Judy. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Chubb running out of the gun. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the gun, Watson. That's complete, David Njoku. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Chubb.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Watson. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Flushed out of the pocket. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half. You better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate, it has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Trying for the deep ball. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Carlson's kick is good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Craig Reynolds to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. On 1st down, it's Goff. This is complete to Patrick. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that gives the Lions the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Montgomery now up the middle. And his defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
2nd and 10 now. Able to find Wright. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Move the chains. Got to move them chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Williams coming in motion right. Goff on 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. So it'll be 2nd down. One of the rare instances there, Brock, where the quick slant doesn't win against zone coverage. He just couldn't hang on to the football.
No, we know this, Kate. In man coverage, it's about that separation, right?
Yeah.
You've got to win and create leverage. Versus zone, it's all about that anticipation and accuracy. And if you're not on point, that zone defender can break it up. He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Goff on 3rd. Catch made left side by Laporta. And they bring him down around the 34. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Motioning Williams left. First down throw from Goff. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Goff. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10, it's Goff. Throw complete to Williams. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he's able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
Goff trying again on 2nd and 10. He's got it! And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap here to Goff. And look at the footwork there, touchdown! The Lions take a 13-point lead. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions double their lead to 14. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Back out now comes the Browns offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Play action, it's Watson. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, Kate. I know you do. And this one was about willpower. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
Chubb again on 2nd down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Again, it's Chubb. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
From the 41. That's completed right side. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. 16 yards on the play. And that gives the Browns a first. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Browns trying to make some noise before halftime. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Here's Watson to the air. And the Lions get him. Down he goes. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Into the hands of Tillman, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. And the Lions into a nickel set for third down. Here's Watson. Dumped off to his running back. And he gets back to the line, but no more. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. This from 40 on the right hash. Carlson's kick is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Here's Raymond on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. From the gun, Goff. He finds Laporta. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Juan Thornhill getting there for the stop.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 27. It's taken in by Williams. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Five men in the secondary for the Browns. 3rd down coming. Goff setting to throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The Lions readying for the punt. James Prochet returning this for the Browns. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. No return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. First and 10. Here's Watson. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Looking for the back that time. And it's going to be 2nd down. Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Now a timeout's called, Cleveland using its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Watson. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. He's back to throw. Escapes out to the left. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Throwing it just before halftime. Getting out to his left. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. We've arrived at halftime here in Detroit. The Lions defending their building. They've got the lead at the break. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Lions got a very strong performance out of their quarterback, Jared Goff. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Here's Ford on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Browns have the football first to start the third, and here comes their offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. A give up the middle to Ford. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
A 5th defensive back into the game for the Lions. Third down coming. Watson to throw it. That'll be complete to Ford. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. The Browns are lined up to punt. It'll be Corey Bajorquez doing the honors. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Goff. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Off play action, Goff. Caught by the open man. Free inside the 30. To the 10. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
You know, a couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football. The Legion of Boom, obviously, out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone. Trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away.
Throwing again, it's Goff. Has it in close. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions push their lead to 18. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Ford straight ahead. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That was a Fatu Melifonwu there to make the play. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. The give inside to Chung. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
From the gun, Watson. That one complete to Njoku. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Connection made to Judy. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down, and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Watson on 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. On the carry, it's Ford. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
He easily had the yardage for a 1st, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Judy there to grab it. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
2nd and 3 now. Here's Watson to the air. Has it in close. Touchdown, Cleveland. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
On comes Dustin Hopkins to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns make it an 11-point ball game. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Reynolds with a return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Lions ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Gets this one to Patrick. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Montgomery gets it from the gun. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Putting the tight end in motion. They go play action with Goff. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Looking to throw, Goff. This is complete to Gibbs. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's Montgomery. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Shotgun snap here to Goff. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Their punter making his way out now. Jack Fox will kick it away. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Browns send Jerome Ford ready to begin another drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. And the touchdowns got to keep coming for them as they still trail here. Here's Watson, 1st and 10. Bails out of the pocket quick. He takes it himself. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Aleem McNeil in on the tackle.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
This is Ford. And he's tackled for a short gain. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
3rd and short, it's Watson. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hands, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideout. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. On 1st down, it's Goff. Able to find Wright. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Gets everything he has under this throw. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
Patrick with the catch. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
1st and 10 from the 41. It's Montgomery on the counter. And the hit stuffs him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Second and 10 now. St. Brown there to bring it in. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. A give up the gut to Montgomery. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
From the gun, Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Goff on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st down, they'll run with Montgomery. He's contained at the line for no gain. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Buys time, rolling right.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day, that he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the 1st down.
3rd and just 2 to go. Goff setting to throw. He has the 1st over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
They kick the running back in motion. To throw again here, 2nd and 10, it's Goff. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards of it into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. This from 35 yards away. Bates' kick is up and good. And that extends their lead to 14.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Browns returning their offense and this running back to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They begin the drive with Chubb. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Here's Chubb on second down. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. That was a Fatu Melifonwu there to make the play.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. From the gun, Watson. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. 4th down coming up.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. First down throw from Goff. Hits him on the in route. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first. 3 quarters in the books from this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Off play action, Goff. That's complete to the back, David Montgomery. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. St. Brown, the receiver, in motion right. Running on second with Montgomery. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Goff on 1st and 10. This is complete to Patrick. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just a field. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, with out routes or in routes just like that.
A give now to Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Pickup of 5 on that play. And that gives the Lions the first.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
Now Goff. Into the hands of Gibbs. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner and really importantly as a check down outlet on short throws.
They run. Here's Montgomery. And this one does not go far. It's a 3-yard gain, only a yard shy of the marker on 3rd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
It's Montgomery on 3rd. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. From the left hash, 54 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's Ford on the return. Man, he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Browns getting their offense out there. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Watson. He'll get this to Tillman. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 36. He's got Njoku on the sideline, caught. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Working from the gun, Watson. Got a man, it's Njoku. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Sticking to the air with Watson. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Here's Watson, 1st and 10. That one complete to Njoku. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
From the 31. Flushed out of the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Shotgun snap, a give to Ford. And they bring him to a stop, but this run gets him into the red zone down to the 15. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Staying on the ground with Ford. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's got a nice gain down inside the 10-yard line. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Watson now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense is energized following that stick for a loss.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Carlson's kick is good. And the gap closes to 14 points.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Here's Raymond on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. The offense headed out now for Detroit. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
On first down, it's Goff. The Browns close in and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Montgomery now up the middle. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Couple yards there on 2nd down, and now a long ways to go on 3rd.
You know, the defenses in the league today, they have to be so reactive. They have to be so twitchy. But this was a good job by that front. Yeah, they reacted initially, but then they showed the burst, the quickness, the pursuit defensively to limit that counter gain to less than 5.
On the draw, this is Gibbs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it around 3, and that leaves him with 4th down.
Defenses at this level, really any level, will let you run it there all day, every day, and twice on Sundays. You can give up yards, even a healthy chunk of them, but just flow to the ball and make sure he's brought to a halt well shy of that first down marker.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Watson to throw it. Escapes the pocket. He's going to tuck it and run. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Watson on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one doesn't go far.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 39. It's complete to Ford. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. To throw, here's Watson. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Watson. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Into the hands of Tillman, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Working quickly here. 2nd and 1. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs. But not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Offense in the hurry up here. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He puts some air under this one, deep right. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they're staring at a 4th down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Desperation time here on 4th. Able to get it to Moore. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. And that might do it for him, Brock. Doesn't reach the marker as they turn it over on downs here in the 4th.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
The Lions getting ready to return to the field. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. A give to Montgomery to start the drive. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Staying on the ground with Montgomery. And he pushes it forward, but will only reach the 23. 3 yards to pick up that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions feeling good with a 14-point advantage. They'll run again with Montgomery. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So quickly, the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. They're out now, ready to punt it. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Browns will go on offense. 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Watson. Completed over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that gives the Browns a first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But the Browns got this one back, so they will luckily hang on to possession.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. They're on him again, and he goes down again. Now a timeout's called, Cleveland using its second. Still one more in their pocket to use. So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Now to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
The quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential first down.
Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. This will be a nice win for the Lions, who draw closer to it as they take a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one. So it's 1 for the win column for the Lions. And they didn't fall victim to that dreaded trap game against a lesser opponent. They were the better team coming in. They played like it to earn the convincing victory. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.